Good morning, students. Uh, the subject is economics related to second year, senior economics. So, I would like to explain about the concept of rural indebtedness. So, this is very important concept in second year, especially in fifth chapter, that is agriculture sector. So, first, you have to know the meaning of rural indebtedness. You know very well the differences between rural and urban. Who are belongs to rural areas and who are belongs to urban areas. So here the meaning is that in India, about 70% of the people are living in villages. Why 70% of the people are living in villages? These 70% of the people are belongs to rural areas. So that's why rural areas people are in indebtedness. Why they are indebtedness? Before that, let us know some more meaning. So in rural areas, what we will found of that people, it is found that these people spend higher proportion of their borrowed money. So who lives in rural areas? These people will borrow the money from the money lenders. They will spend higher proportion expenditure on their activities, productive activities, unknown activities, whatever it may be. So who lives in rural areas? These people, they will borrow the money from the money lenders, especially for unproductive purposes. What is the meaning of unproductive purposes? Unproductive purpose is nothing but here the people who lives in rural areas, they will borrow the money, but they won't spend for the productive purposes. They will spend on unproductive purposes. So that's why the people will live in debts. So what is the result if the people are in debt? What is the result? What is the consequence? Consequently, they are unable to repay. Why? Because means many of the people will borrow the money from the money lenders, and every year the interest rates will go on increasing, and these people unable to pay that debts. So that's why what is the consequence is nothing but that people unable to repay the debts. So they borrow the money at higher rates of interest at the cost of their assets and get caught in evil clutches. So the rural areas people will borrow the money at the high rate of interest. Nothing but the money lenders will charge the high rate of interest on the people. Suppose if they are not able to pay debts, so definitely the money lenders sometimes in some cases they will occupy their assets like land, buildings, vehicles. So these type of assets they will occupy from the who taken the debts, means from the borrower. And sometimes if the people are not paid, so automatically they will caught in evil clutches. What do you mean by evil clutches? Evil clutches are nothing but here their lives will spoil, their assets will occupy, their lives will spoil. Automatically their families will face the economical problems, will suffer with economical problems. So that's why they will caught in evil clutches. It is very bad situation, it is a very bad thing. Who has borrowed the money from the money lenders? So this is the meaning of rural indebtedness. Then what are the causes? Why people will borrow the money? There are some causes are there. So let us know one by one. The first cause is the main cause of indebtedness of their poverty of farmers, low level of savings and crop failures. Why the farmers will borrow the money from the money lenders? First of all, who are the money lenders? You have to know the money lenders are belongs to like friends, relatives, and who are available in the villages at that time, immediately they will borrow the money from that money lenders. Why? Because means the farmers will borrow money due to the low level of savings, first one, and second one is crop failures. So you know very well the farmers will not have capital high, and the production will be less, and the crops, if crops are failures, automatically their savings will be low. So due to these two reasons, definitely the farmers will borrow the money from the money lenders. This is the first cause. And what is the second cause? Borrowed funds for making improvements on land. The farmers will borrow the funds, nothing but money, from the money lenders. For what purpose? Means to improvement on their lands. Suppose if land is damaged, spoiled, or the land was disintegrated, the land was broken land, fragmented land. So that's why for that purpose, to make improvements, the farmers will borrow the funds from the money lenders, and this is the second cause. And what is the third cause? Debt inheritance of the parents. So what do you mean by inheritance? Nothing but here the debt will continue from father to son, son to their sons. So that's why the debts are unable to pay generation to generation. So automatically the debts will go on increasing. So that's why the farmers will borrow the money. This is the third cause. Next, fourth cause is dependence on non-institutional sources. So who lives in rural areas? Compulsory, the farmers will depend on non-institutional sources. What are the non-institutional sources? Same like money lenders only, like friends, relatives, colleagues who are available immediately in the village. So they will visit to their homes, and they will borrow the money compulsory for their purposes, for their activities. So this is a fourth one. And what is the fifth one? Increasing cost of cultivation. The farmers will invest for the production of a commodity on their agricultural land. So sometimes the cost of cultivation will be high. Due to this also the farmers will borrow the money from the money lenders. So this is the fifth cause. And what is the sixth cause? Inadvocate minimum support prices. So after production of the commodity, the goods will transported to the markets. The farmers sometimes they will not receive the minimum support prices for their crops. So if minimum support prices are not obtained or not received by the farmers, so at that moment the crops the savings will be less, the incomes will be less. So automatically again they will borrow the money from the money lenders. So this is a sixth one. And what is the seventh one? Borrowed funds for unproductive activities. So you know already I have explained in the beginning the meaning of rural indebtedness. The farmers will borrow the money especially for the unproductive activities. Unproductive activities are nothing but here, with that activity there will not be any benefit or any profit. On that activities the farmers will incur expenditure on that activities. So that's why automatically again the farmers will borrow the funds from the money lenders who are available immediately in the villages. So these are the causes of rural indebtedness. Very important question. Thank you.